So why is it, do you think, that JD Vance hates childless cat ladies so much? Because I have some theories, and I don't think he'd like any of them. But if you have a theory, please put it in the comments, because I'm really curious to know what other people think about this. But there's a variety of factors, but they're all sort of interlocking. I mean, on sort of the primary level, childless cat ladies represent women who either haven't married or have rejected marriage and having children. They've rejected the normal path that society has designated that they should tread. So that in alone is an act of rebellion, which fascists hate. In addition, these women have rejected gender norms. Um, they have rejected the definition that others have tried to impose on them of what a woman should be. People like JD Vance want to tell you what you have to be in order to be a real woman, in order to be acceptable as a woman. And when somebody lives outside of those boundaries, it negates their means of control. The mere existence of these women who live outside of the boundaries of what they deem as acceptable is a threat to their means of power and control, which is the narrative that there is only one way to be a woman. But I think it actually goes even beyond that because, JD has demonstrated his contempt and disregard for women on multiple occasions. He's also demonstrated a concerning lack of empathy. I think I really like the ladies out of Oklahoma City that do I Hip News, and they always call him smoky-eyed sociopath, which is just so perfect because that's really his vibe. But see, people who lack empathy get angry at people who have empathy. Because for one thing, it calls their own behavior into question. It shines a light on their lack of empathy. But on a more basic level, they just kind of hate them. I mean, because that is all they have. That's the strongest emotion that they have, people who lack empathy. And see, childless cat ladies are people who, even though they chose to go outside of the normal means, or life put them in a position where they chose to go outside of what our society considers normal, display a great deal of empathy. I mean, like, how many people? Okay, I moved into this community I'm living in right now around the beginning of last year. And when I moved here, I had one indoor cat, and she's my baby, obviously. But then this other cat showed up on my doorstep, looking all sad and hungry and just pitiful. So I started feeding her, and then I started feeding another one and another one. So now I have a little colony outside that I feed. Now, I'm not trying to say like this is any great thing. This is what I would consider just basic human empathy and decency. You see another creature that is suffering and hungry. You have the ability to feed them, so you do. And yet, out of everybody in my whole neighborhood, like, I don't know, about a half mile area that's just one section of housing, I guess, there's only 3 people that feed the cats that are outdoors. There's people who have moved here and just abandoned their cats, kicked them outside and don't take care of them. There are people who have lived here and then moved out and just like my neighbor, a couple houses down, he feeds some kittens because his neighbor had a cat living there. The cat had kittens, I guess like out in the shed or something, and then the neighbor left and just left the mama and the kittens. So my neighbor down the street, he feeds some kittens. So it's not always women, but JD hates the women especially. And part of that is because they are displaying a level of empathy he can never possibly comprehend. And I mean, to me, that's just basic human decency, like, but to him, that's somehow offensive. You've got to ask yourself why.